Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Milwaukee from the home court of the Bucks. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. You look at the Nets. It's a disappointing segment of the season for this team, no doubt about it, as the losing streak has continued, guys, to grow.
Yeah, and they've just looked sort of lost out there lately. You know, they're not playing with a whole lot of purpose or drive, and you just can't wait for good things to happen. You've got to make them happen.
An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower seven-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez because he's been able to step out and shoot threes along with being a really reliable rim protector.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. That sends Kyrie Irving to the free throw line. That's on Brook Lopez. Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
This is the time of year when teams can start to lose their focus just a little bit. How tough is it, do you think, to stay motivated at this stage of a long season?
Well, teams who have big aspirations, Kevin, aren't suffering through any of this. The other teams that are trying to be acutely aware of the potential of their team are watching their players very intently as to whether their focus can be maintained during the next 2 to 3 weeks of this season. Great to see Kyrie Irving getting after it on the defensive end, showing how quick those hands can be, not with the ball handling, but knocking the ball away.
Now here's Irving, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Count that one.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that it's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Here's Augustine. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. For three, Middleton.
Kyrie more and more wants to take pride on the defensive end, so encouraging to see him out there.
That was huge!
Incredible.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And here comes Harris leading the fast break. A shot by Jordan, no good.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Stolen by Durant. Here's Irving. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 trials.
And it just seems that
We don't want to have things escalate.
There's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. To the middle. And Connaughton has it in the corner. Throws it up high. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And he gets the bucket. Irving's got 8 points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And Portis throws it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up. Maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Milwaukee shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And the technical free throw is good. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Brooklyn Nets. 11-point game. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another. Really the story of the game.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
24 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Perry. Can't hit from 12. Bucks trailed by 9. Here's Giannis. It's hauled in by Perry. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. Here's Robertson. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6.
And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And here we go. Brooklyn, fast break. Got that one up quick. Johnson's got the lead up to 14 now for Brooklyn.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Durant for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Clearly a foul.
The Bucks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Both free throws good from Forbes. Brooklyn leading by 15. It's Durant with the drive. And then Durant with the dunk.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right.
Pass graceness, you know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem, and those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible, and I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts.
Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Durant. They get the rebound. Jordan.
Set it up.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, you could pretty much say that DeAndre Jordan's going to get a lot of his points right there, trolling around the rim. This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
And it's blocked by Jordan.
If there's one end of the floor that DJ takes seriously, it's the defensive end, and he loves to get up and reject those shots.
That shot off. Good D by Lopez. And the Bucks with possession here. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back.
And Milwaukee has possession. Middleton outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Bobbed up there for Green. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
I just really like how Tyler distributes the basketball, skilled at quickly getting the ball over to the open man.
They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
There's a minute 47 left here in the second. To the paint. 2 points. That one goes.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Lopez. That one off the back iron and out.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Brown drives in. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
The Bucks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
Here's Robertson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Antetokounmpo. The rebound by Jeff Green.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Robertson can't hit. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Brown wide open. He fires. And a miss there on the triple. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. And the turnover again by Milwaukee.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Johnson surveying the floor. That 3 off the mark. Here is Forbes. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Pass to Perry. And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Giannis inside. Rebounded by the Nets. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Cranes the 3 while he's being fouled, and he might be able to make this a 4-point play.
Nice job by the team to set up Shamet on that play.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Augustine, no luck. In transition, here come the Nets. Johnson's got the ball. And that one's good. Shamet.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Inside. Antetokounmpo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Jeff Green picks one up.
Hard to get upset at the defense there. Antetokounmpo is no easy matchup down low in the paint.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
Johnson outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's DiVincenzo. And he banks in the layup.
A great floor awareness as Antetokounmpo has a sense for when the D has overcommitted or shifted his way, and then he finds where his teammate is open on the floor.
And up the court come the Bucks on the break. A 3 for DiVincenzo. That's in. Augustine with the assist.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition when no one's on you, great shot there. Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
And here's Giannis from outside. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Well, being capable of shooting is one thing, but being consistent with your shot, another. Giannis getting there.
And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it, the fast break chance.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
The Nets have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And Landry Shamet able to see a couple of different cultures in the early part of his career, and maybe some of that understanding about how guys have succeeded in playing roles is eventually going to help his career along the way.
They kick it out to Green. And a wide open look for Irving. Pass to Perry. Shot clock at 6.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Irving, the open look. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. There will be a subtle but significant change on the court this season. Wilson is now the official basketball supplier for the NBA and its affiliated leagues. In fact, they were the association's original supplier starting in 1946. Now, after a nearly 4-decade hiatus, Wilson reclaims that position. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate that, David. Thank you. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That's his first foul.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter. Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. Good on the shot. Shamit's got 14 points for the game.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Pass to Perry. Back to Irving. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Such a remarkable scorer. Kyrie has such a quick trigger. The D has no chance there.
Craig can't get it to go. And the Nets with possession. They're on a 14-4 run. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Steps back and shoots. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And he has grooved his stroke at the line this season and been able to maintain it with an average of 90%.
Shifty with his speed, incredible ball handling. So hard to guard Kyrie, but so thrilling to sit here and watch it all.
So it's Brooklyn now. Johnson double teamed. Brown outside. Pulls up, high post. The shot, no good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true. And stolen by Robertson. In the corner, it's Harris. Gets to the corner and buries it. Harris has got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, they are feasting right now off of all of these turnovers.
And taken away by Brown. Nets passing it around. Johnson wide open. He fires. And it's off from three-point range.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Brown down low. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, that's where they look to him most. DeAndre Jordan with arms that go on for days. Just toss that ball anywhere, and he knows what to do with it.
And stolen by DiVincenzo. It's hauled in by Harris.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Pass to Robertson. Fires for three. It's good from long range.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Down low. On the wing, Harris. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
And it's been said that history is written by the victor. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, in the NBA, in basketball in general. One guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them.
Yeah, he's got to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Well, defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kyrie Irving.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
The shot by Wilson, no good. Harden scanning the floor. .29 seconds left in the game. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And Harden with the stuff.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.